For my presentation, I chose Al Capone not because he is the most interesting gangster during the Roaring Twenties, as that he is the most well-known gangster in America. In 1893, Gabriel and Teresa Capone have moved from Naples, Italy, to Brooklyn, New York. The reason for this is they wanted to search for better jobs and better lives, like many other New Yorkers during the Roaring Twenties. In 1899, Alfonso Capone was born on January 27th. Uh, as of the age of 14, Al Capone had struck one of his teachers. Because of this, he was expelled from school. One of the few jobs he had at the time was working as a pinboy and also working in an ammunition plant. During this time, he was working as a gangster in 40 Thieves Juniors and part of the South Brooklyn Rippers. Later on in his life, when he turned 18, he became a bouncer for a bar. During this time, he had approached a lady named Lena. He made a comment about her figure, and then Lena had told her brother, Galuccio. They were both really upset about this, and Galuccio confronted Al Capone about this. Galuccio had sliced his neck 3 times with a bottle opener. From this, he had 3 scars, and he had gained the name Scarface. After that, later on in life, some of his big accomplishments was getting married to Mia Capone on December 30th, 1918. After that, she has given birth to Albert Francis Capone. During this time, he has gained the title of a crime boss from climbing up the ranks in order to the gangs he was a part of. During this time as a crime boss, he has gained major territory around Brooklyn, New York, and was a major competitor in the underworld. One of his big accomplishments that has led to his downfall was on February 14th, 1929. He has lined up 7 rival gang members, and he had shot them all. On this day, it was called Valentine's Day Massacre, and from this day, he was dominating the underworld. Since the day of Valentine's Day Massacre, he has become the #1 person on the FBI's most wanted list by the 1930s. The agent that was hunting him down was named Elliot Ness. On June 5th, 1931, Al Capone was indicted for 12 counts of conspiracy for violating the prohibition laws. He was sentenced 11 years to federal prison for 22 counts of federal tax evasions. He was fined $50,000 to $80,000. I couldn't get the precise number from the different sites giving different numbers. On August 22nd, 1934, Al Capone was sent to the new federal prison called Alcatraz. A few years later, in 1939, in November, Al Capone had suffered a later stage of syphilis. Later on, he was released and treated to the Baltimore Hospital. He retired to his Florida estate, wherein he has died from a cardiac arrest in 1947. When he died, he was 48 years old. For a quick wrap up, in the past few slides, I have gone over Gabriel and Teresa Capone moving to America in 1893 from Naples, Italy. In 1899, Alfonso Gabriel Capone was born. His first incident at school was him striking a teacher at the age of 14, then having to pick his first job as a pinboy, and then later on becoming an ammunitions, and then on the side, on top of that, becoming a gang member in 40 Thieves Junior. And that was the start of his career. Later on in 1918, and December 30th, he was married to Mia Capone. During this time, he had become a crime boss. From his endeavors during being a crime boss, he had done so many crimes. He was sent to the federal prison of Alcatraz for 22 counts of tax evasions. Thanks to these resources that I got online, I was able to gather the information for my presentation.